Imagine, you open a ranked game. What if Clint suddenly become a bruiser who tanks your damage and Alucard instead of having lifesteal start doing critical damage and somehow it's actually working. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are checking out some of the weirdest, strangest, yet surprisingly functional builds people are using across the internet. Some are from the YouTubers, some are from Reddit, and one of them is my own.
Trust me, bro.
All of them are linked below. Make sure you show them your love. And for me, well, you could check out my second channel. I just started it again. Alright, today we are checking out 5 different builds from all over the internet. While I could try to get stupid and troll builds like these. Today I want to check out some of the weirdest builds that make sense theoretically, but are too weird for people to try out. And I know you guys also like trying out weird builds, so make sure to follow these 3 rules whenever you are building something. Don't overstack one thing. Whatever you are going for, spell vamp, lifesteal, defense, crit, don't give it more than 3 item slots. Because in MLBB, everything has diminishing returns. The 4th or 5th similar item is usually just wasted potential compared to a good counter item. Second, think from small items to big items. Don't just double tap a big item and auto-path it every game. If you start from small components, you can flex into different final items based on the situation. Need more sustain? Build into defense. Need more damage? Swap into offensive items. Same goal, smarter flexibility. Third, read the items. I know, Kazuki, I have been playing for 5 years. I know all the items. No, you don't. Items have been reworked so many times that half of you are still playing with Season 10 knowledge in Season 32. Take 5 seconds, read the passive. It hurts, but it helps. Alright, rules done. Now let's check out some of the weirdest builds of the game that actually kinda slap. First, we have this build from Otiv's Clint using a normal marksman setup, but with Thunderbelt and Vengeance. And no, this isn't his latest version. But this specific one caught my eye because it reminds me of an older meta. In the older meta, Thunderbelt on Clint was genuinely strong. Clint's passive lets him easily proc enhanced basic attack from a safe range, which meant free Thunderbelt 2 damage plus slow on almost every combo. But after Thunderbelt got nerfed so that marksmen get half the value, the efficiency dropped. You can still farm the passive, but the goal to value ratio isn't as crazy as before. However, when you combine it with Vengeance, which boosts your survivability during duels, the build starts making sense again. Basically, you are turning Clint into the bruiser style sniper. He hits extremely hard with his enhanced basic attacks, and thanks to Thunderbelt, every shot slows enemies while giving you bonus 2 damage. Next up, we have Elgin's tank Martis. I know this kind of feels illegal because Martis is not like other fighters. A lot of his damage comes from his ultimate, and it has 2 damage and excellent scaling without damage items. Sky Piercer is already good, it scales damage ultimate, which makes him a better finisher. Once you add your tank items on top of this, you basically turn him into a moving bulldozer. He becomes so hard to kill that he gets to use his skill multiple times in a fight, which is exactly how Martis snowballs. He doesn't need full damage to execute enemies, he just needs to stay alive long enough to cycle through his skills. Up next, the crit Alucard build. Whenever someone sees crit on Alucard, the first reaction is always the same. That's not how you play him. But surprisingly, crit Alucard can be downright terrifying if you know what you are doing. He jumps in, sticks to a target, and each sprint has a chance to delete a squishy hero instantly. Now the reason this works is simple. The damage is mostly from his basic attack. Although it's not that efficient, it's fun. Of course, there are trade-offs. You lose some consistency from lifesteal builds, you become way more fragile. If the enemy has heavy CC, you are going to get chain stunned and deleted before you can even shout, "Lifesteal please." Now let's talk about the masterpiece from Reddit, the Zhuxin utility build. At first glance, it looks like someone meshed random items together. But when you break it down, that's actually a clear thing. You are building Zhuxin not as a main damage dealer, but as a utility mage support hybrid. Instead of building raw magic damage, you are taking items that allows Zhuxin to peel for teammates. She already has good control with her lantern mechanics, so when you add utility items, you turn her from a soft artillery mage into a crowd control specialist. Finally, we have the legendary tank Karina build. And this build is from me, because sometimes I like to play the builds from the old days. And I think you can pull this one off the most. Tank Karina works because her damage doesn't rely completely on items. Her passive gives bonus damage based on the enemy's maximum HP. So even with defensive items, she still slaps. Add on top her ultimate presets, her immunity windows, her dashes, and suddenly when you build defense, you don't become harmless. You become a raid boss. With this build, instead of diving as an assassin, you become a durable frontliner who can still chase down targets and punish squishies. It's weird, it's old, it's trust me bro, this still works. And honestly, it works way better than most people expect. Until they see you alive after 5 seconds in the middle of 3 enemies. So now the real question is, out of these weird builds, which one are you brave enough to try in your next ranked game? Let me know down in the comment section which build you like the most, and if you have your own cursed build that somehow works, share it too. Maybe we will make part 2. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.